Welcome to MyLITV. From Manhasset to Montauk, we have traveled our communities to bring you the following events. I'm your host, Waldo Cabrera. MyLITV starts now.
Today we're having a little exposition on environmental, green energy, green topics. We're educating the public on where their drinking water comes from, so everybody's so interested in drinking water. Plus we're bringing awareness to the community with green topics such as our use of household hazardous waste, how to use it properly, how to use green chemicals, how to dispose of hazardous waste when it's no longer needed. We also have an energy wheel over here. We're emphasizing the difference between incandescent lights and fluorescent lights in terms of energy usage. We have to have more product stewardship where a company sells a product and they take responsibility for its the disposal of its the plastics or the container that it's contained in and the actual use of it. You're going to see a lot more of that nowadays because money, economics will dictate it.
This is the Wildlife Rescue Center. We're out in Hampton Bays, and we like to give out literature and things like that to let people know that there is wildlife rehabilitation on Long Island. If they do find an injured wild animal, there is a place where it can be taken or rescued and brought to, so that these animals don't just have to die forgotten and alone on our roadsides. You'd be really surprised. We have a really beautiful island here, but there's a lot of people who really don't know what's going on out in their own backyard. So we try to tell people, you know, there are kids out there who can't identify 5 plants in their backyard, and they're scared of most of the animals that they see, and they really don't have to be. I'd rather change that fear to like a sense of interest and love for the world around them, and then it'll be more interesting and they'll love it more. Oh, this is Kilala. Kilala's a 5-year-old female great horned owl, and a lot of people don't know that the great horned owl on Long Island is our most powerful predator. They have an 800-pound grip that they can exert with these talons. Feathered feet keeps them warm in the wintertime because they don't migrate. They have the best camouflage of any animal out there. Great eyesight, awesome hearing. It's just a perfectly adapted predator.
I've lived here for almost 30 years, and then all of a sudden we were allowed in here, and I took this walk, and it was like the Wizard of Oz, you know? It was this beautiful lake with birds, and it's just really, it's a great place. I'm here volunteering my time for the Seatuck, and I think they deserve it, you know, to have this documented, because they worked really hard on it. And I'm just going around to all the volunteers, and there's so many volunteers today. And they're working really hard and they're doing a great job. And something like this is just fabulous because it gets the families out, they walk together, they're in nature. You know, it's something you don't usually do. And you don't usually, there's not too many wooded areas left around here either. So this is really, it's really a great day,
So we have a station that's set up primarily to teach the kids about birding, local birds and anything that's traveling through, and it's the right time of year for that because it's a migration period. So we teach them how to use binoculars, we teach them how to spot a bird in a tree, and we have some pretend birds up on the trees, and then hopefully we see something come in as well. There's certain birds that are here all year, some of the native birds that are here all year, and then there's certain birds that are migrants. They'll come in during the spring and they'll come in again in the fall on their way back out again, and they learn how to see them, and a little bit about the birds, where they live, what they feed on, things like that. The mission is to open people's eyes to the world around them, the native world around them. Too many kids, as we hear in the news, are indoors too much, right, around on their PS something or others or their Xboxes. So it's good to get them out into the natural environment, let them learn a little bit about the natural environment, get their hands dirty, pick up things, look at things, get an interest so that they start to open their eyes to conservation, because there's too few native areas left, natural areas left. And so if we can open their eyes to conservation, then hopefully at some point they can get involved as well.
What we're doing is, it's called Words in the Wind. So we have biodegradable paper, biodegradable yarn, and all we're doing is, if the kids want to come over, they can either write a haiku, or they can do pictures, or, you know, just nature words, whatever it may be, and then letting them hang them up in the woods and try to beautify the woods for the day. For some of the younger ones, it's just fun to run around. There's animals in here, see the fun stuff. Having things like this where they can get a hands-on feel for it And the older ones pick up some of the other stuff where, conservation and making sure taking care of the environment, things like that.
It's a beautiful place. Actually, we want to go through a little hike through the woods after this. The house is beautiful, the grounds are beautiful, and it's just a wonderful place to come with the family, and it's free. And I was looking at the compost poster they had, and like all the things in your kitchen that usually I throw out, I can now put in the garden. So that was really informative, and just being more in touch with what Long Island has to offer between the waterways and the land, and so it was great.
Oh, I see a lot of interest now, tremendous interest in green chemicals, use of green chemicals, green energy. It keeps getting larger and larger. The younger generation seems to be very much into this because they've got a lot more into this, a lot more interest in it because they're going to be living a lot longer. And the older generation needs to go forward with this and becoming, as equal with the younger generation.